Hey there, my name is Tawfiq Akir. I am a licensed menopause specialist, speaker, healthy aging advocate, and the owner of Tawfiq's Physiques, which I am proud to say is an award-winning company that has been recognized as one of the best health and wellness companies in the entire state of California. I have worked as a personal trainer and group fitness instructor for over 20 years, and I have specialized in women's health for more than 15 of those years. And just as a backstory, growing up, I watched my mom struggle with health and weight issues for most of her adult life. By the time she was in her mid-30s, she had already survived 2 strokes and a cancer scare. She also went into an early menopause in her late 30s with horrible symptoms that lasted for over a decade. And by her early 40s, she was taking medication for everything from high blood pressure to high cholesterol, osteoporosis. And she also suffered from severe sleep apnea. And back then, we didn't even know what that was. We all just thought she had a weird snore. At 52, my mom was diagnosed with stage 4 lung and bone cancer and was given 6 months to live. 3 months later, she had a mild heart attack, and 3 months after that, she passed away on New Year's Eve, her favorite holiday, while I held her hand. Many years later, after being a professional dancer for many years, I was introduced to health and fitness in a completely different way than most professionals. So during a lift of a partner overhead, I hurt my shoulder and had to go to physical therapy. And it was in PT that I learned that exercise could heal, strengthen, and restore the body. Before that, I had only thought of exercise for the aesthetic benefits. But I was fascinated by everything that I saw in PT, and I just wanted to learn and know more. My physical therapist saw my passion, and she recommended that I consider personal training as a starting point. And that really was the beginning of my fitness career. I got my first job as a personal trainer and group fitness instructor at a little gym called Beverly Hills Health and Fitness. My classes and coaching style quickly became popular with female members for whatever reason. And after retiring from dance and putting all my effort into just being the best health and fitness professional I could, I also began to get noticed by other studios and get recruited to some of the most popular studios at the time, which were places like Gold's Gym, Hollywood, Equinox, Bodies in Motion, LA Dance Fit, Sports Club LA. And no matter where I worked, within 2 months of classes, my classes became either 90% or 100% women. And I have to admit, at first it bothered me that men didn't want to take classes with me and that the women were only attracted to my classes. And it was actually my partner who said at the time to stop fighting it and to just lean into it and to become the best women's health and fitness coach that I could. And that's what I did. I started taking classes and getting certified in women's health, women's hormones, metabolism, and weight management. I learned how nutrition and fitness could completely change the metabolic health and vitality of a woman's body, especially when it's targeted in the right way. And once I did that and changed my approach to how I trained my female clients, they started getting amazing results, reversing illness, getting off medications. I even had a client who had severe eczema her entire life who got rid of her skin problems in less than 12 weeks. Then it hit me and I realized that every health, hormone, and weight issue my mom struggled with could have been reversed, minimized, or even prevented through proper nutrition and physical activity. And that moment changed everything for me. It became my mission to help as many women as I could avoid the same hormone, health, and weight struggles that my mom experienced. And since then, my education and certifications have expanded to include hormone health specifically for women, nutrition for the female metabolism, and I also became a licensed menopause specialist. Now my mission is not only to provide comprehensive hormone health and weight management services, resources, and education for midlife women who are struggling with many overlooked and underserved health issues. And I have to say that many of women suffer with these issues in silence and get little, if any, support. Well, because of that, I also want to make menopause a more mainstream topic, because when women hear, or people in general hear, that I'm a menopause specialist, I often get asked or told that I don't look like a specialist, or how does a man become a menopause specialist? And I personally believe that those questions alone are part of the problem, and why menopausal women are not able to get the needed help and resources for menopause. If something isn't openly talked about, it's harder to get a solution for it. You know, back when my mom was struggling with menopause, I can remember the severe hot flashes and all the other symptoms that she suffered through. I also remember her closing herself in her bedroom and suffering through all of that alone. In fact, I never even heard the word menopause back then. It was called the change, or the change of life. My mom passed away in '94, and all of these years later, women are still suffering in silence and not having open and honest conversations about menopause. Many men are still sticking their heads in the ground too, still closing their ears because they don't want to know about women's health problems. Well, guess what? This is a misguided belief that menopause is just a women's health issue. Menopause is a women's life issue. It impacts every part of her life, mentally, physically, and emotionally. Therefore, it's going to impact her work and her relationships along with her health. Menopause conversations need to be had in the workforce, with employers, with other colleagues and coworkers as well. And it needs to be spoken about in the home with spouses, children, and friends. My work as a menopause specialist is to not only help women get to the root cause of their menopause symptoms so that they can restore their health and renew their lives. It is also because I want to help break the taboo and break the stigma that is associated with menopause, so that women are no longer suffering in silence, so that women at the peak of their careers don't have to lose or give up their jobs because of their symptoms, so that women feel understood and supported in their relationships, and so that women can get back lives that many of them don't believe that they can have again. There's no need for another mother to struggle like my mom did. There's no need for another son or any family member to watch their loved ones suffer like me and my family did with my mom, especially when the solution is centered on the state of your metabolic health and just focusing on the specific needs of your body. I've had the honor of working with hundreds of women from around the globe, helping them to regain control of their bodies, and by repairing the hormone, the health, and the weight management issues that they have been struggling with for years. And I know I'm still going to get the questions and the second guessing about a man working as a menopause specialist. I get it, it's par for the course, but the women I have helped are encouragement enough for me to keep going. And I love what I do. I'm passionate about what I do. And I hope to continue to be a blessing to the women that put their trust in me to help them with their hormone health and wellness needs. And if you would like to discuss the possibility of working with me, it's really simple. You can just apply for a free discovery call, and this is a free call. It's also about me, again, discovering more about you, your health and wellness challenges, your goals and your needs. This is not a sales call. It's about learning more about you. Now, if based on what you tell me, I think that I can help you with those needs, I can share the options that I have if you're interested in knowing that. And then if we feel that working together would be a good fit, then we'll get you signed up. Simple as that. And if working together is not a good fit, that's okay too, because as I said, I have more than 20 years of experience, which means I have a 20 years worth of a Rolodex where I can refer you to other health and fitness professionals that may be a better fit for you. So there's no need to struggle or suffer anymore. If you have said, oh, I need to call that guy or I need to talk to him, don't put it off anymore. Let's have the discussion. Let's get you feeling healthy, happy, and fit again. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you for listening.